Relax here. Very nice, I got you. Oh my God. It's bad. Okay.
I think two issues from like the back. One is like I don't know, like what you would call a sedentary almost. Like when I'm just sitting there after a while, like I could just be sitting at dinner, like in the mid to upper back just starts to like burn, and then I'm trying to go like
itch
this
out,
and crack or do something. My lower back is like brought on by physical activity.
Okay.
So I'm trying to lose some weight and exercise more, and I go to like these workout classes or something, and I mean any like lower body thing, lunges, anything with like hinging at the hips, like my lower back just after a couple of reps is on fire.
Okay.
So
we call those mechanical pains. When we're sitting for long periods of time, the fact that you feel anything in your middle back is a good thing in the sense that most people have no relationship with their middle back, meaning that it's totally frozen and they feel nothing. So I know any pain not be good, but I do look at that as a sign that at least it's moving somewhat. If it was totally frozen, you wouldn't notice it. All you would feel is the lower back.
Okay.
So the fact that you feel something in your middle back, now it's probably filled with inflammation, lactic acid. There's muscles that are, too tight, and so the posture that you're in creates a lot of tension in here, and then that irritates the nerves. Did you play sports in high school? What did you do here?
Ice hockey.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say football or something, or yeah, I got some pretty good dents and dings here. His shoulders are tilted, head's over to the left. All right, you can see here. Ice hockey. How many years ice hockey?
Whole life. So
Whole
up
life.
until college, yeah.
All right. So as you can tell, I'm a chiro kid, and so these were not in the cards for me. I swam in a swimming pool for 7 years, and so Dad, can I play ice hockey? No. So the lower back will sometimes, the joints here in your lower back will give you pain, sometimes out to the glutes. We call that referral pain or sclerotogenous pain. Mm-hmm. But is there anything? There's no numbness down the leg or anything shooting down the leg, is there?
No.
Okay. So we just have the local pain, which is the joint, and then you have the probably locking up and inflammation that your middle back is under, the tension that's under, and the fact, like I said earlier, that you feel anything, it should be still moving a little bit. And we want to maintain that mobility and aim your spine back to the normal alignment, which is that it's got a curve in it. You probably heard the word lordosis, that arch. When that arch goes straight, you create pressure points. All the way like a ladder goes to the bottom. So we use the table work to make your spine limber, and then we aim you. I treat posture. Symptoms go away as we aim your spine to the right alignment. Bend both the knees for me. Here we go. Take a deep breath in for me, and then exhale for me. There we go. Yeah, it's still moving. Deep breath in. Here we go. Exhale. Let it go. Yeah. Reluctant. Deep breath in. Let it go. Exhale. All right. Tight. We got to get more mobility in there. Let's go on your side. Let it go. Exhale. There you go. Other side for me. Good. Breathe. There you go. All right, let's go face that for me. Good. Very nice. Right side sticking out here. All right, I got your head. There you go. Breathe. Easy, easy. Relax here. Very nice. I got you.
Oh my God.
Very nice. Relax your head. There you go. Okay. If you notice, the sound was louder on the right side when I adjusted this side. It was a louder clunk, and it was probably perceptible by everybody at home too, but the distance is larger. So right here, this bone is sticking out. So we tried to use the word subluxation as a word to convey the idea that the vertebrae isn't dislocated, but it's sub-dislocated. It's subluxated, less than a dislocation. But the medical world kept thinking we're talking about dislocations, but the car's in the garage, it's just crooked.
Ah, okay.
Right? So the bone's not dislocated, but it's crooked. It's your head likes to sleep. You like to sleep on your left side. Your head likes to tilt left, and your head doesn't want to go over here. And that's creating it's like if you've got a brand new car and you're driving on a flat road and you let go of the steering wheel and the car just pulls to the left, right? And the dealership guys, oh, it's normal. No. The car should want to track straight. Now, obviously, in America, most of the roads have a pitch to them, right? But my point is that if the road's flat enough, that the car should want to just go straight. It shouldn't be pulling to the side. And so essentially, because there's an injury on the right side of your neck right there, and maybe you haven't noticed it because it's been stiff until I touched it.
Yeah.
You're right. What is that? Relax. There we go. Breathe. You really you feel that your head does not want to tilt to the right. I'll show you the difference here. Right, your neck has no resistance going left. Look,
Yeah.
there's no.
I've never even noticed that.
Right, you don't.
It's never really bothered me.
Well, you won't. What'll bother you will be the left, right?
Okay.
Do you see how the left's going to be abused because you're in right avoidance? You're leaning away from the right side. The compensatory pain is all you're going to feel. The left pinch in the left shoulder, it'll be here. The left side will hurt because you're in right avoidance. But I'm an alignment specialist. All I do is I wake up in the morning, I feel people's necks, and I go to bed. And you get pretty good at feeling where it's crooked. That's normal, or abused. This is your problem on the right. Who knows? Some collision you can tell me about. Your neck got jammed here, and then your neck said, no, I'm just going to tilt away from it. Wow. It's not the largest knot I've ever felt, but it's up there. It's a pretty good one. Yeah. Ooh. It's hard for everybody at home to see. He feels it.
Yeah, for sure.
There's something in there. Who put that ball and gristle right there? All right. And then we try to aim your spine back to the curve. This is the lordosis, the arch. So the more arch that's in your neck, the more your neck will wear evenly. I think of it like a drawer also. If a drawer's crooked, you don't have to so much try to level it. You just got to push it straight in. It auto levels as you push the drawer in.
Okay.
So as you get the curve back to your spine, the laterality, the left to right imbalances will go away as you restore the curve. So this is the gouache shot. It's a little comb with a smooth edge, and similar to cupping. It's just a way to, almost like a broom.
Okay.
It just sweeps up and helps to restore homeostasis. So the tissue is supposed to be moving, and that's what allows the circulation to get in here and self-clean. You should not need a chiropractor rubbing your spine. You shouldn't need to be adjusted. All of these are a result of traumas and injuries and bad posture, and now we have to get you back to the right alignment so that you can brush your own teeth, kind of idea.
Gotcha.
You shouldn't need 3 times a week the rest of your life in a chiropractor's office. It should be 3 times a week until you're able to brush your own teeth and then be free, little bird. There's a knot right there. That's the knot that we can feel inside. I have a 2-year-old right now, right? If you don't change his diaper, his skin gets all blistered and red, right? It's not a disease. It's you can't leave toxins on your skin. When there's internal blockages, those same toxins, waste, can come out the skin and then cause a rash. That makes sense?
Yeah.
He's like, this is a love.
Daggone it. Whatever. All right, never mind. It'll get clipped off YouTube. She can't. I'm just trying to explain how left side's all elevated here. If I put a marble on your back, it would roll off to the right because the left side is more elevated. Again, that's the word subluxation. We're trying to describe the misalignment. This side is higher, and we want to level out your back so that it works as a team and evenly. And right in here. Oh, yes, doctor. That feels lovely. I wouldn't be surprised if that burning is more on this left side here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the epicenter right there. It's like if you hold a bowling ball farther away from your body, your muscles have to work harder, right? Mm-hmm. And if you bring it closer to your body, it's easier.
Yeah.
So the more misaligned you are from where you're supposed to be, part of what sitting does and injuries from hockey, the more your muscles are working really hard. And that's what you're then going to feel is a lactic acid buildup and then pain in here. Now, what most people do is they just lock up their back and then that goes away. Do you follow me?
Yep.
The back would just completely lock up and then you'd just be left with the lower back problem. This would then completely fuse and you would stop noticing it because mechanically it would be so stiff that the muscles won't have to work so hard. And then that's a sad thing that happens because then it's harder to alleviate the lower back stress. But yeah, right here it's all kind of knotted and gristly.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we'll get it cleaned up.
I feel somewhat better though that you're saying, because I mean, I thought like I was just falling apart, but
Well, we're all falling apart. It's okay. We're all entropies at work, but we definitely can slow it and I can take 10 years off. I can't make you feel 18 again, but I can make you feel 23, whatever.
Okay.
You know, we could take 10 years off and try to hold you there the rest of your life. You know, parts of our spine will age at a faster rate, and then you'll feel as old as the average parts of your back that move. And if you only have the older parts moving, and I feel like I'm dying here, I'm falling apart.
yeah.
You have 24 vertebrae, but 5 typically are the ones that are doing 99% of the work. And so we can bring the other 19 vertebrae back online, get them back. And they're not, like I said, they're not going to just love it, but we got to make them move again. Right there. Shh, Carlin, gee. We're filming here. There's 2 ways through life, laughing or crying, okay? I've chosen the laughing path, if you couldn't tell. It's in my name, MC Laughlin. I'm trying to laugh my way through. Okay. Right there. And one of the tools I'll show you at the end, you can kind of put pressure here to prevent this from kind of building up so much, and we'll show you that.
Okay.
But yeah, this is...
Oh God.
Yeah. It's bad.
Oh.
Okay. Oh. I mean, really, I'm amazed that there's any bones moving. With how many? You said how many years total? You think a dozen or more years of hockey? How many years total? You think?
Yeah, probably.
Probably at least a dozen years of hockey. It's remarkable that there's any vertebrae that are still willing to show up to work. Feel a little smoother on the side. Feel the difference. I mean, it's tight. There's definitely. I'm not happy with the right either, but there's a smoothness that the right has here that the left's all knotted up and gristled. What do they say? It's a rebuild. We're in the rebuild phase.
Yeah,
That's right.
I
Yeah,
think for like
maybe for 20 years, but we're rebuilding. Yeah, we're rebuilding it. Sometimes construction takes a while. It'll feel so good when you leave.
Yeah.
There's your burning pain in your back. So lactic acid is what we call cellular exhaust, or I call cellular exhaust. It's the waste product that the Krebs cycle, glycolysis, essentially oxygen is supposed to bind to it to form carbon dioxide and water. It's the whole purpose of why we breathe, is to remove this acidity from our body. When the area gets super tight because of posture or injury, the oxygen has a hard time getting in there to bind to lactic acid. So the lactic acid starts to accumulate in the tissue. It irritates the nerves, pain. So this is what I call the just sweeping and just cleaning the spine, is getting rid of the acidity, removing the acid from along the spine so that the nerves aren't going to be sitting in that irritant. But if you don't change the posture, right, you don't change the alignment or the mobility, it just builds up again.
Right, yep.
So this is where you get disheartened and frustrated and you go, well, it felt great for a couple days and then it's back again. Well, we need to work on improving the mobility, which then makes it easier for blood to get in there, and also fixing the posture so that there's not so much mechanical load and tension on the area all the time. And you get your diploma on the way out. You're a chiropractor now. Okay. You've got it. So the mark's only coming out where internally there's blockages. I can't make a mark if there's nothing there. What would just happen normally is the skin becomes like a light red or a pink color. You're not going to have that darker red or the darker the mark. That's where there's blockages inside. The antagonist to this will, you're just hurting people. Well, then why can't I make a mark anywhere? The mark only comes out where there's something inside blocking. It almost directly correlate with where you feel pain. Okay. Right. Yeah. So you'll almost tell me where the mark's going to come out because you're like, I'm feeling something in there. Would you please go in there and clean it up? My best analogy is, it's like sweeping your house, but then somebody keeps on walking in with muddy shoes, right? They keep on tracking in more mud, right? You can sweep all you want, but you're not getting to the root cause.
Right.
And I hope to show you that by the end of it. How do I take my shoes off so I don't have to keep on dealing with this buildup? There's some coming out on the right, but it's about maybe half, a third maybe, half at best. There's way more buildup right in here.
Yeah, I feel that. But so do you think like that the mid correlates to the lower back as well, were you saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So the tighter this becomes, then when you're playing sports or when you're doing activity, all the folding and all the mechanical utilization is happening here, right?
Okay.
This area from your work and finance and sitting locks your middle back. It's a good sign that you still feel something, so there's still some mobility. So this would be worse if this was totally shut down.
Okay.
But I'm not happy with how stiff it is up here, and that's why. And you're still young enough that this isn't gone catastrophic where you're getting sciatica. You're just getting the local pain, the joints, the knuckles, the soft tissue. But if you let this go for another 10 years, it'll start going to, hey, my big toes are going numb, right? Or
Gotcha.
I got pain behind my knee. I'm getting tightness in my hamstrings all the time, right? So the nerve is going to start getting irritated and it tasers the leg.
Oh, we're back to the fun.
Oh, no, not the elbow again.
Yeah.
Oh, but that gets so good, it gets underneath there. all curious to check out your feet in a second. How, skating for all those years, man.
Oh, the feet and the ankles are so bad.
Well,
Stiff.
that's what I want to check out.
Oh my god.
That's the knot on that side there, and this is all. It's hard to come with that camera, but this is all purple right in here. That's where that injury. That's where that lactic acid buildup that you're pointing to, and then that's where that's where your skin wants to fold down here. All the folding likes to happen at the bottom. All right, let's see. Okay, hey, okay. Not totally frozen. I was expecting two or... All right. Okay, well, second turn, not so much. Come on. A little bit, okay, all right, there we go, yeah. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it moved. I think of all the abuse that these guys and the professionals, how do I guess they're all taped up real tight, I guess, or what?
Yeah, I wrapped my laces around the skates several times and then put tape around, so I was pretty
It was just a solid...
Yeah.
All right. Just being able to skate around hockey impresses me. How you guys turn backwards and, right? Is it second nature? Describe that for me.
Honestly, it's like I was walking around.
It's so easy, it's like you're walking.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's no different.
I'm always amazed. I can barely skate forward, let alone like all of a sudden turn backwards and... You see, so used to it, huh? Just gotta practice more. It's like, gee. I'm always amazed at how effortless they make it look like they're out there doing that. And then I'm always shocked. Yeah, there we go, all right. You busted this one a little more, huh? So it's a little more busted.
Yeah, like when I wake up in the morning, it takes probably a good half an hour of trying to move my ankles.
Oh no. Do you think this right one's worse? Hard to say. This one was more reluctant to moving. There was more gristle in this one. So usually, this felt more normal to me, but sometimes that'll, the side that compensates now, maybe that hurts more, but this side is, I would say, is the original injury. The oldest injuries are probably on this right one. Yeah, you just do circles, right? You up hard as you can, and you want to range of motion. You want to keep. Does that make sense? That range of motion, it's the mobility that washes the ankle, and there's a strong tendency for your body to just lock up your ankle in response to playing hockey that many years and injuries or whatever, and then that'll... How are the knees doing? How are we doing up here? Any pain in here?
No.
Nothing? How about... Excellent. Oh, cool. The meniscus. This is the meniscus, the most expensive thing in the knee. It's right in here. Quads aren't too tight. Good. Tilt your head left for me. Tilt left. There we go. Go ahead and tilt left. There we go, a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Go ahead and tilt to the right. There we go.
Well, that's weird.
Tilt right. Okay.
Yeah.
Put your hand in here for me. Let's check your head, shoulders here a little bit. There we go. Press back with your elbow here. There we go. It's okay. All right. Stop your shoulders here. Press back. Okay, let's go left. Now we're going to tackle that knot. Here we go. Yeah, that's going to be the... Yeah. Knees back up and stay in the middle for a second. Breathe. I don't need to overwhelm you. If it's too much, you okay?
Yep.
I can make it easier. The goal with this is time. We're trying to, this is, eventually the care transitions to this device. But it doesn't mean we can't spend 6 visits getting you ready for this. But I wanted to give you a preview today of where we're going. Head back for me. There you go. And the idea would be you work the neck back into that curved position.
Okay.
Get the idea? And that's just, it's the same kind of concept. After you do 20 minutes, you'll feel like, I don't, because we're overcorrecting, right? Mm-hmm. Your body wants to be here. We're going to take you back here, right? And then you'll want to be in the middle.
Okay.
So, all right, my friend.
Feel very good though. Thank you.
Very good. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for dropping in.